The click of a gas pump is a sound every driver knows, but lately, it feels like that sound is coming far too soon. You bought a used car expecting reliability and value, but now it is draining your bank account 1 gallon at a time. It is a frustrating cycle where you drive to work to pay for the car, just to drive the car back to work. Is it just the reality of driving an older vehicle, or is there a specific mechanical culprit hiding under your hood? Poor fuel economy is rarely just a sign of old age. It is almost always a symptom of a specific part failing, a sensor drifting out of spec, or a critical maintenance item being ignored by the previous owner. Today, we are going deep. We are not just telling you to drive slower. We are looking at the sensors, the filters, the fluid physics, and the hidden friction points that are quietly killing your fuel economy. By the end of this video, you will have a complete mechanical roadmap to get your miles per gallon back to factory specifications. The most common reason for poor fuel economy is also the easiest to fix: the air filter. Think of your engine as a giant lung. To burn fuel efficiently, it needs a precise mixture of air and gasoline. Specifically, it needs about 14.7 pounds of air for every single pound of fuel. When your air filter is clogged with dust, pollen, and road debris, the engine has to work significantly harder to pull in that air. This creates a vacuum effect inside the intake that restricts power. In older cars without sophisticated computers, this would literally suck more gas from the carburetor. In modern cars, the computer sees this restriction and often compensates in ways that hurt efficiency. A neglected air filter can drop your efficiency by up to 10%. Replacing it is a 30-second job that requires no special tools. If you can't see sunlight through the pleats, it is time to toss it. Closely related to airflow is the mass airflow sensor, or MAF. This sensor lives right past the air filter and counts the air molecules entering the engine. Over time, it gets coated in microscopic dust or oil from the filter, insulating the sensitive wire inside. When the MAF is dirty, it overestimates or underestimates the airflow. If it thinks more air is coming in than there actually is, the computer injects too much fuel, causing the engine to run rich. A simple can of generic sensor cleaner can fix this in 5 minutes. Next, we have to talk about the spark plugs. These are the heart of the combustion process. Over time, spark plugs develop carbon deposits, or their electrodes wear down, which increases the gap the electricity has to jump. When a spark plug is worn, you get incomplete combustion. This means not all the fuel in the cylinder is being turned into power. Instead, raw, unburnt fuel is pushed out through the exhaust. This is literal money flying out of your tailpipe every time the piston fires. Even if your car does not have a noticeable misfire or a shaking engine, old plugs can cause a hidden drop in mileage. If the previous owner did not leave a service record, replacing these is one of the smartest investments you can make. Now let's look at the brain of the operation, the oxygen sensor. Often called the O2 sensor, this part sits in your exhaust pipe and monitors the fumes leaving the engine. It tells the computer whether the burn was perfect or if it needs to adjust the fuel trim. In a used car, these sensors often become lazy before they fail completely. They do not always trigger a check engine light, but they start reporting data too slowly. If the sensor falsely tells the computer the engine is running lean, the computer will dump in extra fuel you do not need. A faulty O2 sensor is a massive gas guzzler culprit. In some cases, a degraded sensor can reduce your fuel economy by as much as 40%. If your car feels sluggish and thirsty, replacing the upstream O2 sensor is often the magic bullet. Fuel injectors are another critical piece of the puzzle. They are designed to atomize gasoline into a very fine mist. This mist evaporates and burns almost instantly when the spark hits it. However, older cars often suffer from dirty injectors caused by low-quality fuel or long periods of sitting. When an injector is clogged, it might spray a stream of liquid gasoline instead of a mist. Liquid gas does not burn well. It just creates carbon and heat. Beyond the injectors, a failing fuel pressure regulator can also cause issues. If the regulator fails, it can force too much pressure into the system, effectively flooding the engine with more gasoline than it can efficiently process. Now let's talk about fluids, specifically your motor oil. Many people think oil is just oil, but viscosity matters. If your used car requires 5W20 oil and you or a mechanic put in thicker 10W40 for high mileage, you have created a problem. Thicker oil is harder to pump. It creates more resistance against the moving parts of the engine. This parasitic drag forces the engine to burn more fuel just to overcome the friction of its own lubrication. Always stick to the manufacturer's recommended weight. The same logic applies to your transmission. An automatic transmission relies on a torque converter to transfer power. At highway speeds, this converter should lock up to create a direct link between engine and wheels. If your transmission fluid is old and burnt, the lockup mechanism might fail or slip. This means your engine is spinning faster than it needs to, wasting energy as heat inside the transmission rather than sending it to the tires. Sometimes the problem is not inside the engine at all. It is where the rubber meets the road. Low tire pressure is a silent fuel killer. It increases what we call rolling resistance. Think of it like riding a bicycle with soft tires. You have to pedal much harder just to maintain your speed. Your engine feels the same way. Driving on tires that are even 5 pounds underinflated can noticeably increase your fuel consumption. Wheel alignment is another factor people often overlook. If your car has hit a few potholes over the years, the wheels might be slightly tilted or turned. This causes the tires to scrub against the pavement rather than rolling smoothly. This friction acts like a constant anchor on your vehicle. If you find yourself having to hold the steering wheel at an angle to go straight, your alignment is likely dragging your fuel economy down with it. We also need to consider aerodynamics. Did the previous owner leave a roof rack or crossbars on the car? At highway speeds, a roof rack acts like a parachute. Wind resistance increases exponentially with speed. Even an empty roof rack can decrease fuel economy by 10 to 25% on the highway. If you aren't using it, take it off. It is the cheapest fuel upgrade you can make. There is a hidden mechanical issue common in older cars, the stuck thermostat. If your engine never reaches its optimal operating temperature, the computer assumes the car is still in warm-up mode. In this mode, the car is programmed to run a very rich fuel mixture to help the engine heat up quickly. If the thermostat is stuck open, the engine stays cool, and the computer keeps dumping extra gas into the cylinders indefinitely. You should also check for dragging brakes. A brake caliper that does not fully retract is like driving with your foot lightly on the brake pedal at all times. This creates immense friction and heat. If you notice one wheel feels much hotter than the others after a drive, or if the car does not roll freely when you lift off the gas, your fuel is being wasted as heat in your braking system. Improving the gas mileage of a used car is not about one magic fix. It is about addressing these small, cumulative issues. Start with the air filter and tire pressure, then move to spark plugs, sensors, and fluids. Taking care of these maintenance items does more than just save you money at the pump. It makes your car run smoother, reduces engine wear, and ensures your used vehicle lasts for many more years to come.